So you want to know what it's like to live in Nolensville, Tennessee, and we are in an iconic place right now that you see. It's very much of what you think of when you drive in and out of Nolensville on the main drag of Nolensville Road. So let's get right to it and show you some of the things that you might experience living in and around Nolensville. But first, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and select the bell so you get notifications every time we post a new video. We are standing in the feed mill right now, which is the store that I was talking about a couple minutes ago. I'm Erika Kurre, and I will tour you around and just kind of show you inside and out what you can find in Nolensville, Tennessee. So let's go ahead and just walk through and talk about a couple things. But first, I've got to grab some candy for my kids. Cinnamon licorice, a good Amish type thing. So this store is an Amish based store. They've got a lot of really homemade type fudges that you can find, obviously candies like what I have in my hands here. They've got lotions, cookies, again, more candy, but then also, you know, items that you might find at an old-fashioned grocery store. And that really is indicative of a lot of things in Nolensville. It's very much a historically based area. And you can see the jams and some of the household goods behind me. There's also a deli counter up this way, as well as a small fridge for dairy products. As with a lot of establishments that you would find in Middle Tennessee, there's also an indoor-outdoor area as well. So let's go ahead and take a walk outside. We just had to come outside because it's such a beautiful day, and this is kind of typical for Middle Tennessee. Here in the spring and in the fall, we really don't have a whole lot of humidity compared to what we're used to in the other seasons of the year. And so this is kind of one of those days where it's beautiful, it's warm, it's nice out, and so we just want to be outside. And right now we're along Mill Creek, which is one of the main water systems around here in Nolensville. It borders a lot of neighborhoods, and as you can see, stores as well. But it's so peaceful, it's so scenic, and it really has characterized a lot of Nolensville. Let's kind of take a look at some of the historical places that really got everything going here in the town that we know today. I just heard frogs croaking in the break of traffic just a few minutes ago, and that also is one of the things that people who live in Nolensville love about Nolensville. Is you feel like you're kind of out in the country, but you're really only a hop, skip, and a jump away from a lot of things that you like in your everyday life. And so, for example, Nashville. It's about 22 miles away to downtown Nashville. It can be anywhere from a 30 to 45-minute drive depending on traffic. A lot of people who live here say that it's really only 20 minutes, but it's actually a little more than that. It's probably about double that. Still, a lot of charming effects and factors about Nolensville that makes it so worth it no matter how long the drive to get to downtown Nashville. William Nolen is who the town is named for, and he was a Revolutionary War veteran who served in the war and then came back and established this little town named after him, Nolensville. He was very instrumental in a lot of everything Nolensville that we know today, a couple hundred years later. And a lot of these buildings and these establishments that you see behind me were actually established by some of the original Nolensville settlers. And so that's a little key piece of history that a lot of people like to know about it. And it's really kind of cool when you visit things like the feed mill or the toy store up the way to know that they are original homes and they're original buildings that have been here for centuries, literally. Obviously today, things look a lot different than they did 200 years ago. We have thousands more people who live here than the original settlers, about 20,000 people who live here to be exact. So it's not a huge town, not a huge city, and that's what helps give it the small town feel. There are a large amount of people who are in their mid-30s who live here. According to the census data, it's people in their mid-30s that are the median age range of people who live here. And so you have a lot of families moving here from out of state who want their children in a really good school system. They want that small town feel. They want to feel like they know their neighbors and that they're able to raise their kids with other kids. And so Nolensville is very much of a target for families like that. Branching out of the downtown square a little bit, we're in front of Nolensville High School, which is the home of the Knights. There are about 1,500 students who go to school here from grades 9 to 12, and it's about an 18-to-1 student-teacher ratio. You can see we're kind of gearing up for the end of the school day, but this is the primary high school in Nolensville, and it's really only just a few years old. It was built, I believe, in 2016, and so not even a decade. And when it comes to the growth of the town, you may have noticed by now, Nolensville is really known for its new construction. For years, Nolensville has had a lot of homes being built, businesses being built, grocery stores. They've got new town centers going in, a Kurre complex, a Publix complex, an Aldi's even. And so you have probably picked up on that with all the new construction we've shown you in this video, there are still a lot of new things coming. For homes, the prices on the market are generally between the $1.5 million to $2 million range, but there are quite a few homes that are under $1 million, and you get a lot of bang for your buck compared to some of the other parts of Williamson County. You may have noticed the nonstop traffic pretty much on Nolensville Road, and I will tell you that is probably the biggest thing I hear the most complaints about. Is this is the main road to and from Nashville, really the main road to and from anywhere from Nolensville. And so it does get a lot of traffic. There's a joke around here, just don't make any left turns and you'll be good. But it's a joke that has come out of a little bit of a growing pain for this small town, just because people really get irritated when you're waiting in line at stoplights, when you're having to make these left-hand turns, and at rush hour, it can be really hard to get around. Traffic or not, though, it is the quaintness of this sweet town that so many people are attracted to living here, makes it worthwhile, and not to mention the low tax rate. This is one of the towns in Williamson County that you can live in and see the lowest amount of taxes that you have to pay to be able to live here. So definitely a selling point there. Now let's head back in. Thank you.
You have a blessed day.
Thank you too. Aside from licorice, you know, sitting on a front porch here in Nolensville is probably one of my favorite things to go, do, be, and see here in this small town. This town is 9.5 square miles, so it's really not that large as far as acreage goes of a town. And then we talked about population already. And so we love little shops like these that we can support, and I know you will too. I'm Erika Kurre. Thank you so much for hanging out in Nolensville, Tennessee with me today. To see more videos like this, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell so you get an alert every single time I post a new video, and you will always be in the know in Nashville real estate in the greater Nashville area. In the meantime, if you're thinking of buying or selling here in the greater Nashville area, please go ahead and give us a shout out. I would love to be able to help you with my team. We are the Nash South Homes team, NSH for short, and we would love to turn you into an NSH Villian.